Hey, beautiful people, welcome to the Naba's Kitchen, and most of all, welcome to the year of 2025. As we step into this new year, let's embrace fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and the joy of cooking together. I really wanted to invite you on today because I'm making dinner for the kiddos. This year is our new canvas. There's nothing on it yet, but we're going to paint it together with delicious dishes and unforgettable memories. On the menu are three components to this dinner: rice and vegetables, baked chicken, roasted to perfection and so absolutely delicious, and a green chili sauce. First, we're going to start with a green chili sauce component. In this pan here, I've poured in some cooking olive oil and added ghee for flavor. I threw in 6 cloves of garlic, some ginger, and then also some onions, as well as some bell peppers, green and yellow. Next ingredient going in is the habanero chili. I have removed the seeds and the membrane within it just to kick the heats down quite a bit, because children are going to be eating this, so you want to be cognizant of that. We're going to cook these on medium-high until caramelized, just like so. And then we're going to blend it up into a smooth puree. We're going to use some of this to season our chicken. Now I have chicken leg quarters and I have washed them, given them a spa treatment so they're ready to be seasoned and cooked. Now I remove all the caramelized ingredients from the oil, and then I add a handful of fresh flat leaf parsley and the same amount of scallions, green onions, also known as spring onions. We're blending it out until it's nice and smooth. Perfection. Now let's season and spice up our chicken. I'm using chicken leg quarters, which have been cleaned thoroughly. Now I'm adding about 4 tablespoons of the green chili sauce to it to begin seasoning, followed by a tablespoon of half and half onion and garlic granules, half a teaspoon of white pepper that's been crushed, half a teaspoon of curry powder, which is my favorite one-stop shop for all those warm spices we love in our savory dishes. We're adding a 1/4 teaspoon of meat masala, followed by the same amount of tandoori masala, and that's just to bring great flavor and color. Now let's add our salt to taste. And then after that, we're going to drizzle in the oil that the green chili sauce, vegetables, and aromatics were caramelized in. Now massage all of this great flavor into the chicken pieces, making sure that every single one of them is evenly coated. And then we're going to place them in our baking pan. This is just a roasting pan. It's ceramic, and it will help to really distribute the heat evenly and get all the chicken cooked perfectly. We'll let that sit at room temperature and marinate for at least 45 minutes before we put it into the oven. Now, the rest of the green chili sauce is going to be cooked down a bit, and then of course we're going to season it because we did not season it just yet. Also rinse the blender with just a little bit of water and added it to minimize waste. Now season it with some salt, crushed black pepper, and some curry powder. So we're basically reheating our green chili sauce, giving us the opportunity to add more flavor and texture to it. So I'm going to now add some onions, chopped onions, and then this here is cold pressed coconut oil, which just really takes the flavor to the next level. We're going to stir that in, and we're cooking on medium-low heat. And then after that, about 5 minutes into it, I'm going to also add some chopped scallions. And to keep things nice and green, I use the green part of the scallions. And now we have texture from the onions and also from the scallions. Texture in a sauce like this is really important because otherwise it is one note in terms of the texture. It is smooth. So bring in some texture with some fresh chopped onions and scallions, and there you have it. Of course, I am garnishing it now too with some more of those chopped scallions. I drizzled on a little bit of olive oil, and it's ready to serve when the rest of our components are also ready. Now let's work on the rice. We're going to parboil it, and I have a combination of basmati rice and jasmine rice here, which I have washed thoroughly and placed in my cooking pot. Now I'm going to fill up this cooking pot with more water than usual because we're parboiling, right? Now we want to also season the water. And you must taste the water and make sure it is seasoned to perfection. Seasoned to taste, of course, because this is the only opportunity you'll have to season the rice grains. Now you're going to bring it to a rolling boil. Then you're going to go and assess the rice. What you're looking for in each grain is a thin, slender inner core that is opaque, surrounded by a translucent shell. You see that? It is parboiled to perfection. So you're going to drain the rice. All right? All the water from the rice. And also you're going to rinse it with cold water to stop the cooking. And then in the same pot, you're going to add some ghee or your fat of choice. And I'm also grating in here 2 cloves of garlic. And we're going to add some more chopped onions and a little bit of curry powder, followed by a pinch or 2 of turmeric, followed by some granulated onion and garlic combo. And you're going to stir that in, bring it to a sizzle, and add some crushed white pepper. You can substitute with black pepper also. Now we're going to season this layer also with a little bit of salt. You must season your spices, especially after toasting them like this. Otherwise, they will be bland in taste, and we do not want bland. We want flavorful, not flavorless. So now we're going to go in and add our rice, which has cooled down and all that cooking has stopped because we rinsed it with cold water. Now stir it gently into the toasted spices. And then once it's all coated beautifully and you have that yellow color going, you want to cover it with a lid and parchment paper and turn the heat down to the lowest setting. 2 out of 10 is what I'm using here. We're going to cook the rice for about 25 minutes and we'll check on it later. Now our chicken is also in the oven because it's marinated for at least 45 minutes. And we're going to be baking it at 500 degrees Fahrenheit for the next 25 minutes. Just before the chicken went into the oven, I drizzled on a little bit of olive oil because I felt the need for it. It needed to be moistened. Now the rice grains are cooked completely through. It's been about 25 minutes and I have carefully fluffed it up. Now it is time for the taste test. It is tasty and perfectly seasoned. Very yummy. All right, so now we're going to place the lid and the parchment paper back on just to keep it warm. Check on that chicken after that 25-minute mark. Looks pretty good. And what we are doing now is adding 10 more minutes to it and making sure that it's cooked completely through so it's perfect and safe for consumption. Now we're going to cook some vegetables in some ghee. And the vegetables are going to go onto the rice because we are making turmeric rice with vegetables. So I've added some carrots, which I have diced, and some chopped onions. We're going to cook it in that ghee, and we want to also make sure that we season our vegetables. So in there also goes some white pepper, and we're going to just pretty much stir fry this until nice and soft, which should take about 2 minutes. So you want to start with the harder vegetables, the carrots and onions. The onions definitely you want to sort of grill them a little bit because that essence is just phenomenal. Now checking on that chicken, it is bubbling along and looking great. Total cooking time so far is 40 minutes. Now we turn the oven off because it's done roasting. Now to the vegetables, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of the green chili sauce. Yes, more flavor, why not? And stir that in. We're going to add some more vegetables. So I have some red and green bell peppers also chopped. We're going to stir that in. That doesn't really take much time to soften. And once we stir that in, we turn the stove off and then we add it to the rice, which is still nice and warm. So the vegetables are going to continue cooking. So you want to be mindful of that. And it's looking great. So now we're going to add the vegetables. And then we're going to gently fold it into the rice, making sure we're not breaking those elegant rice grains, because presentation is also very important here. Now we're going to add some chopped scallions, the green part. fold that also in, and it's ready to serve. Everything is good and ready to serve, and we are so excited right now. Thank you so much for watching the video up till this point. I really appreciate it. Let's sprinkle on some chopped scallions just for presentation purposes. Why not? Let's serve the rice. Please be sure to like the video if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much. And also subscribe and join the family if you are not already part of the family. And share the video. Please spread the word of Nanabe's Kitchen far and wide. Please and thank you so much. Now look at this chicken against that rice. You know they are a match made in heaven. Yeah, they were made for each other. I tell you, this went down very well. The children really loved it, and I hope that you were able to give it a shot. And feel free to tweak the recipes here and there to your own preference. You would love it either way. Now we're also ensuring our green chili sauce is not left behind. Perfect unifier. I tell you, this was very tasty. Every layer was tasty. The chicken was juicy. It was falling off of that bone. The green chili sauce, what a perfect component. Bring it all together. Yeah, and also the drippings from that chicken, don't forget it. Drizzle some of that onto your rice to give it even more flavor. It was good though. It was so good, and I hope you really are inspired to give it a shot. Thank you all so much for watching. Now look at this chicken. Look at how the bone pulls out. Yeah. Yes, it's absolutely perfect. And the juiciness, next level. Yeah. Yummy. Yes, heartwarmingly yummy. And that green chili sauce is a bonus. It's definitely B-roll time. Thank you all so much for watching. Make it a great day. And as always, have fun, especially in that kitchen. See you pretty soon on my next one.